What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only, Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,600 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. And yes, we're still dealing with some pandemic life, and people are just adjusting everything to COVID life and living, and you know, sometimes you gotta let go of some people and let go of some things. So today I've got the ultimate truth teller. All right, this is an award-winning woman. She is a comedic motivator, a writer. The accolades go on and on. I mean, fellow podcaster. You guys can check out her show, Talking Good with Megan McGlover, the wonderful, talented Megan McGlover. Hello, lady.
Hey now. How are you doing?
I am great.
I'm so happy to be here, Ash. Oh man, thank you so much. It's just an honor to, I say the same thing all the time because it's really true for me. It's an honor for anybody to want to talk to me about anything. Because you don't have to, you know. So no. I am honored that my name, which by the way is pronounced Megan. With a long E, not A.
Oh,
gotcha.
Megan. Gotcha.
Yes, Megan.
I'm going to get it.
But for my name, no, you got it already. You already got it. But for my name to cross people's lips in a positive way that's an honor. That's
Absolutely.
An honor. And so I don't take it lightly.
Yes,
I mean, so thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for having the time in your schedule because I know that you're a busy lady. You're a busy beaver. You're moving here and there. I actually discovered you maybe a little over, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Someone had shared a video with me, and I just hit all the points of it. It was totally resounding with my spirit and with my heart, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta find out who this lady is. I gotta talk to her and find out how she was able to just speak her truth and her life with such conviction, because a lot of people today, they can't do it. They won't do it. They refuse to do it. So, if you don't mind, I would like to take things back a little bit, to the start of things for you. So, what did you want to be when you were a child? What was your ultimate goal?
Well, I come from the age where you didn't really figure out what you wanted to be. You were told. So my mother's intention was for me to be a doctor. Okay. And then, I don't know what kind of doctor. She just said doctor. That's what she wanted. She didn't say neuroscience. She didn't say, she didn't say anything. She just said doctor. And then I was supposed to be the first black female president of the United States. That was literally what I was told from the age of, I don't know, 1 or something, until I was maybe 14, 15 years old. Literally, that's what the plan was, as far as my mother was concerned. Right. And I didn't have any other plans, because I was okay with those things. Yeah. I was like, it wasn't a big deal. I was like, okay, whatever, be a doctor and be president. I didn't really care. I was just like, whatever. Now, the speaking was very intentional because I am a third generation oratorical speaker. My mother was an award-winning orator, and so was my grandmother. My mother's mother taught my mother, and then my mother taught me. From the age, I've been speaking from the age of 3 publicly. Wow. So that was very, very intentional. Wow. Yeah. So that's how that. Wow. So I never really was like, oh, I want to be kids want to be a veterinarian or a firefighter or whatever. I was okay with what she had decided. Gotcha. And she was just so strong-minded about it. I just figured, hell, yeah. I don't want to argue.
I don't want no problem with Mama. Let me just go ahead and do what she say.
Yeah, that's what she wants. And whatever, who cares? It's not a big deal. I didn't. It was very obtainable, and I didn't. I was like, okay, I'll be the president. I didn't. Of course, when you're a child, you don't know that being the president is one of the worst jobs on the planet. So I didn't know at the time, or I would have been like, oh, no, ma'am, I ain't going to the policy. But that was planned. She wanted me to be the first black woman president. That was her doctor first, and then the first black woman president.
Gotcha. So for you, would you say that this was been something that was ingrained in you, something that was a continuous, that was the theme of your life, essentially?
What, being a doctor and being the being first black woman president, or being an oratorical speaker?
Being a speaker. That was something that, would you say that was developed throughout your life?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because I spoke all over the country from the age of 3. I mean, literally, I opened up for Dick Gregory at one of his performances. I was at RCC, UCR, UCLA. I was in newspapers. I was all over. I won an NAACP award the same year Tiger Woods won. Like, I mean, literally, I have been all over speaking by memory, orating since the age of 3. So it was definitely a part of my life. Like, it was, it was just a regular thing. And Black History Month, February, I was so busy. Like, every single weekend was booked up, and throughout the week was booked up as well, because I used to orate I Have a Dream. And, memory. And so around this time, I was making big dollars, boy.
Okay. Getting it.
I had the money that my mother never let me spend. I could only spend it on school supplies and school clothes. But anyway, so it was definitely a part of my life. It was something that I couldn't buy what my mother and my grandmother instilled in me.
No.
Couldn't purchase it.
No. There's no way.
Years and years and thousands of hours of practice.
Yeah.
Just years and years and years of speaking. And, just traveling and practicing in the car and memorizing and going over things and practicing in front of the mirror and, just learning how to pronounce and learning how to use my tone of voice and all. I mean, just body language and all of this stuff since I was a child.
Wow.
So communication is very big for me.
Absolutely. Was there any point in time that you felt like maybe you wanted to do something else?
Well, maybe around like 17.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, I don't want to be a doctor, so that's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really want to be a president either. Like, but I wasn't, and I didn't want to speak anymore like that.
Right.
Like, I did not want to reiterate someone else's. Like, I also knew like a bunch of Maya Angelou poems, and I knew a bunch of different, Let Up on the Burning Jail, Martin and the Mountaintop. I knew all these different things, so I would perform all these different things. But I no longer wanted to do that in that way.
Okay.
So, but I didn't really have, I just knew that I was smart and I could do stuff. So I went and got, got a couple of jobs, and then I started working in the corporate avenue, and I did, very well there, and not until I went back to school did I find what I really loved, which was psychology. But I didn't know that I didn't know that I was already doing it. Gotcha. You know what I mean? Because you don't really know until you figure out what you're doing. Like, oh, God, I've been doing this all along. And so I didn't know how much I loved psychology until I started studying it. And I was like, oh, my God, this is the thing. This is the thing. But my mother used to call me and ask me for advice. And she would talk to me and have like full-blown conversations, like counseling sessions.
Wow.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
And so, there was an ambulance coming by. I didn't want you to hear it, but you probably heard it anyway. So, I was trying to go in another room, but that didn't work. But anyways, and so she would call me and ask me for my advice, and we would, and not just ask me for my advice as much as she would talk it out with me. Like we would talk through something, and then I would say, "Oh, well, mother, maybe it's like this," or "What do you think about, looking at it from this perspective?" And well, they probably meant this or that or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that." So I was doing that
and didn't realize it
for years. For years, I just thought that because I was raised around, because there's 8 years between myself and my next sibling. So I was born really late. Right. I was always with my mother and her friends, her age, and even older people than her. Right? So I was always around old people. So I just figured, because I have an old soul, and I'm always around old people, my mother wanted to talk to me because I was like old. Right. You know what I mean? I guess, but I didn't think of it as psychology. I was just like, well, I'm a good person to talk to, and I make sense. That was my, my thought until I started learning about psychology, and I was like, oh no, this is not just because I'm old. This is because I'm like, this is like what I do. Yeah. Like, oh my God, I really did. Like, this is the thing. This is really the thing. So that's what happened. That's how it happened.
That is amazing. Like, you are anointed, because everybody can't just go down and just really, well, we were talking earlier. A friend of mine had actually sent me one of your videos, and it was talking about misery and how misery doesn't judge misery because, in all actuality of it, they're jealous of you. And it was so resounding with me, just the whole bunch of, in the last 10 years, my life has just been a roller coaster. It's been in ups, it's been a lot of downs, it's been in some in-betweens. And just listening to you and watching that video, like, I resonated with every single word you said. And I was like, this lady is onto some stuff. I gotta find out, where this comes from. And just listening to you right now, just talking with you, like, this has been something that you were trained up, unofficially, your whole life. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone that has been brought up in such a manner, like, their whole existence, to where they just literally, I don't know if you would say it, but it seems like you've kind of fallen into your purpose and how you've been able to help other people see the light within themselves and encourage people. So it's absolutely amazing.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, but my grandmother wanted me to be a pastor. She really felt that I was anointed to be a pastor, but that wasn't going to work because I don't do pastor stuff, and I refuse to be forced to do what you want me to do just so I can be a pastor. I refuse. Right. And so that didn't work out, and then she wasn't very happy about that, but that's all right. But some people are...
She got over it,
Some people are raised to be certain things. Right. Like, you can raise a little pastor's child. You know what I mean? Like a PK can follow in the footsteps of his father and be raised to be a pastor. So I mean, it's possible. A lot of cultures raise and rear their children from the beginning to be something. It just so happens that what I have and what I do is a combination of what I was taught and just straight up alignment with source. Right. Just straight up anointing. Like, some things that come out of my mouth, I'm shocked myself. Like, I'm like, oh, damn. Like I'll be on the phone with one of my clients or something doing a counseling session, and I'll say something, and she'll go, how did you know that? And I'll go, I don't know. Like like some psychic stuff. write weird stuff that I should not really know. But I know that I know it, and I'll just, and I'll just be talking, and I'll say, and she's like, oh my God, how did you figure that out? Like, how did you know that? Well, yeah, that makes sense. Well, no, I didn't. And at first it was, I thought it was me using all of the knowledge that I have about human behavior and the human mind and saying, oh, well, I just know how humans act.
Right. Until
it happened too many times. And I was like, nah, I don't think this is a coincidence because everything is different. Everyone is different. Everyone's situation is completely different. So it cannot be as simple as human behavior. The variables are just way too dramatic.
Right.
So it can't be that. So I finally was like, yeah, I think I might be anointed a little bit. I think I actually might be anointed a little bit. Yeah. So that's how that, because at first I was just like, well, no, I'm just really smart. And that's okay. Everybody ain't got to be anointed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people just smart, And then I was like, nah, yeah, there's a little anointing in there. It's a little sprinkle. It's a little oil. There's a little oil in there somewhere. Yeah. A little something. So, yeah.
You are all the way live. I love it. I absolutely love it.
You're trying to answer the question.
Yeah, hey.
You're trying to answer the question.
Okay, so my last little tidbit with you here. Okay, so social media, podcast, YouTube, you're dominating. It's growing weekly on a regular basis for you. What is next for you?
I am finishing my second book.
Ooh.
But it's kind of like my first book in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. I am a published author because I do have a book.
Right.
But this book is the book that I'm finishing now. Is like a book. But it's a book. I mean, my other one was a book. But here's a book.
Oh boy.
And I'm excited about it because I want to do a tour with this book, and I want to do some workshops with this book, and I want to do I'm excited about this book. Like, I'm really excited about it. I cannot wait. It's pissing me off because every time I write, because I was writing last night, okay, and of course I have an outline and everything. Mm-hmm. So I was writing, and I started writing, and I'm thinking I'm nearing the end, and then I started writing about something else, and I'm like, no, let's get this book done. Like, what? Come on. I wrote 5 extra pages of something else. I mean, of course it all ties in, but let's get this all finished. But it's good. I think it's going to be really good. Yeah. Me personally. But I am one of my biggest fans. Mm-hmm. Danny is my other biggest fan. Once my mother transitioned, she I had to take her place to become my biggest fan.
Yeah.
It's something that I believe my mother would be very proud of. Like, she would read the book and be like, oh yeah, this is good. No, this is good. This is really, this is sharp here. Now you did that. You did very well on that. So I'm excited. So hopefully, hopefully I can hurry up and get it done. It's really tough annoying.
Yeah, and everything it comes in its time, and whatever's working its way in and through you and onto those pages, we'll need that to come through as well. Because now I'm excited about the book too. So
the book gonna be good now.
I know.
I'm telling you right now.
I don't question it.
The book gonna be good.
Oh, I know it's gonna be good. Please.
Yeah.
I know that book gonna be.
And then after that, I have another book that I started, but I put that on the back burner so I get this book out first. But I do want to finish that other book. But that other book is not as, well, no, that's not true. I was going to say not as timely, but it really actually is. I probably need to hurry up. Well, whatever. One thing at a time. I'm going to get this book down here, and then I'm going to finish the other one.
Megan, I thank you so much for coming through on my show. I appreciate chatting it up with you, cutting up with you. You are a trip, but you are absolutely anointed, and I'm so blessed to have been able to catch up with you even for a little bit of time. You know, check in with you for a bit. But let everyone know the best way that they can get in contact with you, and of course to follow you on social media.
Yes, again, I just have to say thank you so much again, Ash. You know, we're all busy. You know, yeah. so you know, I'm not busier than you are. Time is important to each and every one of us. So I appreciate your time as well. For all of your listeners, my name is Megan McGlover, MEGANMCGLVER, and literally that's how you find me. Megan McGlover is my handle on Twitter. Megan McGlover is my handle on Instagram. Megan McGlover is on Facebook. My website is www.meganmcglover.com. I mean, if you know my name, you should be able to find it. If you don't know my name, then I understand. But if you know my name, then you can find it. I did that on purpose. I put Megan McGlover on everything, so you ain't got to even ain't no excuse. If somebody dies and they left me some money, you can't find it, that's a lie. Megan McGlover on everything. MeganMcGlover.com, Megan McGlover at Megan McGlover again. Megan McGlover fan page. Megan McGlover is everything. Megan McGlover, please give me my money.
All of her money.
If somebody died and they got my name on that life insurance policy, please don't try to act like you can't find me, because that's a lie and 2 more and a half. Please don't try to act like you can't find it. Now, because now I know you're telling a lie. That's a lie.
Easiest person to find on the web, Megan McGlover. Y'all don't know what y'all playing. Don't play. Megan, thank you so much.
You know, I mean, I'm getting tired. You know, people always coming up with these old mammy asses that my name is Megan McGlover, okay? You want to put me on the television? Megan McGlover. Okay. You want to call me and do me an interview? Megan McGlover. Don't be trying to act like you can't find me. Somebody owe me some money? Megan McGlover.
I love it. I love it. Anyway, much more success to you, my sister, and beyond to you, your team, everyone that's helping the movement grow for you. Much more success. Putting that good, positive energy out there. Pushing it, you know, I'm in the A-Town, and you in Cali, right? You Cali bound. So you West Coast.
No, I'm in Chicago.
Oh, you're from Cali.
Yeah.
I think that's what I read.
Yes, I'm from California.
You're from Cali. Yeah, okay, but you're in Chicago. Oh, yeah, I got some cold weather out there, Megan. Yeah, I can have that.
They definitely, somebody definitely left the gate open. And it has been disrespectful. An exceptionally disrespectful last whole 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I have shoveled more snow. My back is as broad as a linebacker right now. I'm shoveling snow and shit. No. I'm out here. It's white everywhere. And it's negative degrees. You ought not have, scientifically, this should not make sense. You ought not have much snow in negative degree weather.
Oh, man.
You know, it's not even supposed to be, scientifically, it ain't supposed to be right. Somebody over there fooling around with the Harpo or whatever that thing is that they got, fooling around with the weather and shit. And I wish they would stop. Because somebody has left the gate open. They done left the back gate open.
Oh,
God obviously has delegated weather responsibility to someone who's not doing a good job. And I'm going to need the Lord to get back on it. I'm going to need him to get back on it. Him, her, whatever. Get back on this weather conditions, because whomever you assign obviously is taking a nap. That's the back gate wide open. And the devil has... Now, the devil has come in here and has run them up. Sleeping on the job. It's February 27th and February 28th.
Okay. All right, so you're hosting it. So what are your hosting duties? So are you going to be introducing people or products and things of that nature?
I'm doing whatever. This Listen, this virtual Black Expo, Black Business Expo is going to go down in history. It is not just a Zoom. It is literally virtually walking into an exhibit. Oh, wow. And within that, it's like being in a Sims. You know that game, Sims, where you build a city? It's like that. Oh, wow. So you're going to walk into the exhibit, and then you can go into different vendors' rooms, into the private rooms, and see their products. There's going to be over 20 guest speakers. Wow. So I'm going to do whatever economics tell me. Maybe I'm going to introduce people, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm going to talk about whatever they just talked about. I don't know. But I'll be there, or I'll be square. Okay. I bet you one thing, when this thing goes down in history, put my name on it. Put the name on it. Put my stamp on it, boy. That's what I'm talking about. And this is going to be a phenomenal event. Yes. Where can people get more information? Of course, get their tickets. Is it virtual tickets? Yes. Okay. Virtual Black Biz Expo.com. All right. Virtual Black Biz BIZ Expo.com. That's where you get the tickets. And she might have a couple more slots open for vendors. Ooh. So if the people want to vend, you better hurry up. Better jump on it. Jump on it. You gotta jump on it quick. And in a hurry. Megan, thank you so much. We appreciate you beyond words. You're welcome, Dollface. Keep pushing forward. You know, we got your back. You know, I'm holding down the A-Town for you. So when y'all make that virtual tour, physical tour, and y'all going places, you know, let your sister know. Hey, Ash, I'm coming through. Yeah, for sure. Make sure we got this thing right. I love it. I love it. You already know. Thank you all for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do. You look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.